So I give that one tap and it seems to have seated. So now I've got a miniature apprentice vice with an appropriate looking Tommy bar, thanks to Seth. Seth, that's absolutely fantastic. Works really great. The original has a hole on it as well for some reason. Works great. Beautiful little apprentice vice, which I bought this for £10, which is probably the best buy I've ever bought. But it's fantastic to have a bar which fits as well. I'm not sure if I can seat that a little bit more, but yeah, works great. So Seth, you're an absolute legend. That's absolutely a perfect job. Matches really well, don't you think? Looks fantastic. So brilliant. So that's that. He made a fantastic saw, which I saw on his page. I asked him if it was for sale. He said, yeah, I'll let you have it then. So he let me have this beautiful saw, which he's made this by hand. How long is it? Let me get me. It's not massively long. It's about 6¼ inches, and I think it's a real beauty. I love miniature tools. Seth, as you can see, he's bent the teeth. I don't know if you can see, he's bent the teeth. So it's got a curve on the blade, and he's filed it beautifully. Now Seth has made miniature brass saw for me, but this one is made out of a hardwood, looks like an ebony or some sort of African blackwood, and I think they are beautiful. So absolutely love Seth's miniature tools. He made me these specifically, what I asked him for, and this one he made himself, and I think is absolutely wonderful. Then I asked him, maybe you could make another one similar to this, but more like a bahco. So I commissioned him to make this one, and he made it for me. He actually made this as well, which is a mitre box, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And he made another ebony saw. So he made two beautiful saws. I think these are wonderful. And then obviously it's got a mitre box as well for cutting, which I think is really, really cool, really fantastic. So thank you for the mitre box, Seth. That's an unexpected little joy of life. And it fits really, really nicely and works really, really well. You could actually use that to cut small pieces of timber, because he has hardened the blade when he showed me what he did. So, and then the last thing, which I don't even know what it is, I think it looks like a hammer through the package, and this is a gift from Seth, which is beautiful. And he's made this. I didn't know this. I've not seen any pictures of this, but it's absolute beauty, absolute real beauty. Lovely little brass and steel. So obviously he's inserted a brass over the steel, and then he's turned it to get different colours, and that is absolutely exquisite. I mean, what a beautiful thing. Absolutely love it. So I can't thank Seth enough for the little gift. I think it's beautiful. All Seth's tools are just really wonderful. If there's something which you guys would like, he's really, really reasonable. He can make just about anything in a day or two, and he can make all miniature tools. He himself collects mitre boxes and saws, so I think that's the reason why he makes a few saws, but he can make anything. The guy's a genius. So Seth, thank you so much. It was a great pleasure to come home and get these wonderful little miniature tools. So I'm absolutely delighted with those. I think they are really, really good. So I'll be using those if anybody follows me on Instagram, I'll be using those for my little pictures I make. So that's wonderful. Right, so the big thank you to Seth, and there'll be a link below to Seth's channel, Chef's Instagram, if you want to get in contact with him, and I'm sure he can make you something wonderful. All the things I've received are absolutely little treasures indeed. Right, so now my buddy Martin, who's always on the hunt in Argentina for the rarest and coolest items, has struck again, and he's found two more real gems, which I'm going to show you. Martin and his lovely little daughters live in Argentina. They were out on their wonderful boat on the weekend on the lake. Well, Martin's a big collector in New Zealand, in Argentina, for bahco tools, and me and him, he's found some absolutely exquisite things for me. He's a wonderful guy, and I think this is possibly the best thing he's ever found. It's a toss-up between this and the miniature 1/110 bahco pipe wrench, which I've never seen another example of this, and I've never seen another example of a number 88. Now this is the very first type of bahco double alligator, extremely early, turn of the century, from 1900. In 1920 they redesigned it to a 164, which looks like this, which is the modern equivalent, and they also had an in-between design of a number 98. So we got a number 98, a number 164, and a number 88, and I believe there's one more of this type with a slightly different model number, and I'm doing my best to try to. This one was a gift from Martin as well, a number 98. And oh, this one actually was a swap from New Zealand with a chap, or Australia. Yeah, Australia. But you can see the development from the original. So the first was this very plain design. The second had these sort of lips which come in, which did break off. And the third one is, I think, is a more beefier design with a thicker material, and I think this one quite possibly is the third, but it could be the other way around. I'm not 100% sure. But Martin, I can't thank you enough for that. I think this is an absolute beauty and a rarity. There wasn't many of these made. I don't think they were the most practical of things and didn't sell in huge numbers, and I've never seen a number 88 before, so Martin's a legend. Martin also found a very rare multi-tool, and they call this a fencing tool for bending the wire, cutting the wire, you know, adjusting the wire, and obviously you got the square nuts, and they called it, also I've seen it advertised as a farmer's tool. So that's the number 98, very cool, in wonderful condition as well. So Martin, thank you so much for the new additions, buddy. Doesn't charge me a penny, just helps me find these things, but I'm sure I've sent him a few bits in the past, so I'm sure he doesn't really care for money. He's a buddy. So really love some of the things Martin has found over the last year. He's unearthed in Argentina. Massive thank you to Seth for the wonderful, beautiful little tools. Absolutely exquisite. Thank you very much, buddy. Don't forget to leave a comment. Thank Martin and Seth for the wonderful items. It was real joy come back off holiday and have two wonderful parcels on my doorstep. Also, Seth, thanks again for hand making me the little bar and the little pin for my apprentice vice. Absolutely fantastic. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye.